So I guess, what's happened is one of the most common questions that people ask is, how do you become successful? And so how do you answer that? You know what I'm saying? You don't just go to a book and open it and then it gives you like a pathway to success and says, man, you're going to get there if you do this, right? And so I think that I found one of the most important keys that I found is being consistent. So in order to be successful, you have to be consistent at what you're best at. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that people have a struggle with finding out how they're going to be successful. And so if you simply just take this, if you're, let's just say you're an engineer, right? If you're an engineer, or let's just say you're a sales rep. If you're a sales rep at your company, you're the #1 sales rep, and you think about, man, how am I going to make more money than this, right? Well, you could start a sales company. Look at Salesforce. There's all these huge different companies. You could be a sales consultant for every single company, because every company, apart from product and service, requires sales. Every single company. And so when you start to think about, how do you become successful? You take out what you're best at, and then you apply that to operating a business. You think about an optimistic way to become more and more successful at doing that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people always ask me, what do you do to be successful? Well, at a young age, I've always had these large goals to own different cars, to have the success in the lifestyle that I've always wanted. This is the Lamborghini Gallardo. I bought this at the age of 24. And then I also have the Maserati Quattroporte. I just picked up the Roush truck. And it's one of the key things is that you have to think about, how do you, number one is, what do you want to succeed in? And then how do you become successful? And so for me, I've been a serial entrepreneur for the past 8 years, going on to 9 years now. And they say, as a matter of fact, they say that people don't become successful until the 10th year that they've done something consistently. And so consistency is the key to success. And just to jump back on that, if you're going to be good at something, do it over and over and over and over and over again until you become the best. And that's how you become successful. And so I knew that I was going to be successful at an early age because I implemented that into my mind. And so becoming successful for me already became a belief from a very young age. And if you see a lot of the times in majority of my videos, you see my son running around. I have the same similar Lamborghini for him. I have a few other cars for him that match my cars. As a matter of fact, I have an Audi R8. It's getting a clutch job. I think the fastest I've gone in the Audi R8 is probably about 190. So I love speed. I'm built for speed, and I have everything I need. So it's got to come from a standpoint that you have to be good at that one thing. And so a lot of people know who I am because of the company that I built 2 years ago. I launched a company called Trim Tough, and today it's literally one of the #1 selling weight loss products, and with that uses nothing but tea. And so if you can create something and launch it in a timing that's perfect to the audience, at the timing that everybody wants it, then that's how you become successful. And so a mentor was telling me that when preparation meets opportunity, success comes into place. And so most of the times people don't become successful because they simply just don't start. Or the preparation that they've been building on has never really met the right opportunity, or they just never took an opportunity. Now think about it, like every day people are looking for people to become successful. Somewhere out there, there's 10, 20, hundreds, thousands of people that are looking for somebody like you, that are looking for somebody that says, man, I need what that guy has, or I need that service, or I need that guy's talent. How do I do business with him? So this is literally business to the 21st century. People have talents, people have different unique products and services that are ready to be serviced out there, that are ready to be bought. People want what you have. You just have to understand how to really put that into implementation and strategize and execute on it. And so a lot of people don't become successful simply because they don't try it. And I became successful in a short period of time. I think that 9-10 years has been a really good stretch, but over the past 2 years has took me into the multi-millionaire stage. And so that's put a different type of fuel behind my engine to become, when you look at $1 million or several millions of dollars, it's literally not enough. And so if you want to make an impact, then become a billionaire. You look at people becoming billionaires and billionaires over and over and over again now, because becoming a millionaire is literally something that you can do in your backyard. I started my company literally at the ground of my 1-bedroom apartment, literally with nothing else. I had no help. I had no real examples of success around me. I had nobody helping me as far as telling me do this and do that. You know, one of the most important things that you could do is just read books and be knowledgeable. And so I found out that if I create a product or a service that has a high demand, and I have a great strategy behind it, it's most likely to become successful depending on who's implementing it. And so I've always been a hustler growing up. I think that's one of the other key things that you should have in your mind and in your heart, that if you want to be successful, you should have a hustler mentality. Be the most ambitious person that you can be, even in your team. And so what's going to happen is when you start to become successful, people don't believe you because of the things that you talk about, the way you start talking, the level of belief that you have. You know, and so most people don't become successful and they fail because of their associations. The people that they have around them just don't want them to succeed. And so, you know, what do you do to become successful? Well, I bought these cars when I was younger. I got the Lamborghini Gallardo. I'm 26 years old now, but I got the Lamborghini Gallardo 2 years ago when I was 24 years old. I bought the Maserati when I was 23. I just got the brand new Roush truck. And so my ambitions start to change as I become more older, more successful, more wealthier. You see, I probably wouldn't buy another Lamborghini now because that's not in my goal set. See, for me, that was a goal to accomplish, and that was just a start to one of my goals. And now I look at it like, man, it's just a drop in the bucket, literally, to the rest of the stuff that I could do. And I just acquired another company. I've been consulting and advising and investing into a lot of different businesses. This year is going to be 20. See, if you don't have a mentality for 2017, I'm already telling myself 2017 is going to be the biggest year of my lifetime. And I'm already believing that because that's what's set already in my level of belief. And so most people don't become successful because they just simply don't believe in themselves. But I advise you to do these 5 key things. Number 1 is read books, be very knowledgeable. Number 2, have a high level of belief. Number 3, be the most consistent person that you can think about. Number 2, be very strategical. Have the best strategy for your own business. And number 5 is simple. Start a business. You know, put a higher level ticket on who you are than you've ever done before. Try it, give it a try, guys. I mean, today more people are starting businesses based on what they know than what they have. I started a multi-million-dollar company making millions of dollars from the ground level of my 1-bedroom apartment. See, if I can do it, you can too.